Hi folks, yet another video in the series on Holy Fire, and now we're coming well into the New Testament and we're looking at Acts chapter 2. When the day of Pentecost had come, they were all together in one place, and suddenly a sound came from heaven like the rush of a mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared to them tongues as of fire, distributed and resting on each of them. And they began to speak in other tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance. So this is not the first Pentecost. Okay, in some translations it says when the day of Pentecost was fulfilled. So we're going to look at Pentecost as a kind of a conclusion to this series on fire, if you like. Possibly. I mean, who knows, it might go on for another 200 videos. God preserve us. But for now, looking at this Pentecost, which is the birthday of the church. So the apostles have seen Jesus perform his miracles, his signs and wonders. They've been subject to his teaching for 3.5 years. They've watched him welcomed into Jerusalem and then taken out of Jerusalem and crucified. Then they've encountered the resurrected Christ, and they've had 40 days of him randomly appearing to them. There aren't too many stories about that, it's only a few stories, but he randomly appears to them. And then he takes them out to the Mount of Olives where he goes to heaven. And he tells them, wait in the city. Here it is. This is Acts chapter 1. Wait in the city until you are clothed with power. They wait. They gathered around Mary. And on Pentecost, so this could be Pentecost night. This could be the Saturday, for us, it could be any time on Saturday from 5 p.m. onwards, or Sunday morning from midnight through to, let's say, 5 a.m. because the day in Israel begins at sunset. So the first day of the week would be sunset Saturday. That would be when the first day of the week begins. The fire could have come any time at that point. Now there are several things about this fire you need to be aware of. First of all, tongues of fire comes, and it then says they began to speak in other tongues. So the manifestation of tongues as a sign enables them to proclaim God's word. The second thing is the tongues of fire came together and then distributed and rested. So there's lots of things going on there. The distribution, so there's the oneness first of all, and then there's the distribution. And the apostles after this experience are more united than they've ever been. The scriptures actually say they were of one mind and one heart. And the tongues of fire rested. That's going back to the beginning of John's Gospel, where it talks about John the Baptist's testimony of Jesus is he's the one of whom the Spirit will come and rest. Okay, the Spirit will come and rest. This is a really important aspect of our Catholic faith, of our Christian faith. This concept of rest, which not many Christians seem to actually get these days. We live in a culture of work, work, work. God calling us to rest, 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 so that his Spirit can rest upon us, within us, set us ablaze for him. There can be no mission until first of all we have learned the art of contemplative rest. The apostles obeyed Jesus. For 9 days they stayed put, waiting for that fire, and then they go and proclaim. Only when they've got the fire. So we wait. Fiat voluntas tua.